You know, I was hoping YouTube would do something. And the bar was really low. And somehow they found a way to disappoint even my expectations. So they put out an official statement, and it says, quote, confirming SSSniperWolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk or harm our community. And the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone helps move this combo to a better place. YouTube, what the fuck kind of victim blaming is this? Both sides? Fuck you mean both sides? Again, the only thing Jax Films is guilty of in this instance is calling SSSniperWolf out on her bullshit. She has been putting low effort content out, stealing other people's videos, and refusing to credit them. All while she rakes in millions of views every day. She has tens of millions of subscribers. G Fuel has even taken her off of their sponsors list. And yet YouTube thinks it's both sides at fault here. How do you mess this up? YouTube. Temporary monetization suspension. So you basically gave her a slap on the wrist. I don't know why I'm surprised. You know what this basically means? You know what this basically means is that one of YouTube's creators has literally gotten away with a felony and gets a slap on the wrist for it. I want to know who at YouTube thought this was the appropriate action to take. And again, I'm going to say this very clearly, and this is what everyone else has said, and it is very true. You know what that is I'm about to say? If this was any other creator who had done this, they would have been taken off the partner program. Full stop. If it had been Jax Films doing what SSSniperWolf did, if it was Jax Films going to SSSniperWolf's house and taking a picture of it to put on the internet, if it had been Jack going to her house and showing up on their front lawn in the middle of the night, by the way, he would have been immediately terminated. But because it's SSSniperWolf, because it's YouTube's golden child, she gets a pass, I guess. Both sides. Both sides of my fucking ass. And don't worry, it gets worse. Because SSSniperWolf has also made an apology. Man, everyone's rocking the YouTube apology these days, huh? They can't just fucking not do something fucked up. Everyone's gotta do something fucked up and apologize these days, huh? And don't worry, this one does ring hollow. It says, let me start by saying I am sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I am sorry to Jax Film. Wait, Jax Film. It's Jax Films, but whatever. Not important. YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jack's film, Jack, man, like, well, you've been, not important. I want to go off on a rant, but it's not important. Jack's film, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately. Not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be resolved. Well, that's putting it lightly. Oh my god, this is crazy. This is... I feel like I'm in the fucking Twilight Zone. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me account. Did YouTube put her up to this? I swear to God, that would actually explain why this rings so hollow. Whatever. Anyway, I'd like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it. Respect the decision and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it completely real with you, Chief. I am not going to believe a word of this apology until I see actual conflict resolution. Because you know what? You know what? For as fucking batshit crazy as all of this is, I think she would have been able to save herself a whole lot of dignity if she had just reached out to Jack in the first place. That's the thing. She says it was just to talk like adults. But you know what adults do? What you just said. They talk. If you had just reached out to Jack via DMs, I am like 90% certain he probably would have just accepted it and maybe even talked. Best case scenario. Worst case scenario, they don't talk. And you know what you do then? You shut the fuck up and you go through other routes. I don't understand what's so hard about this. You shouldn't have doxed him to begin with. It's not one of those, oh, oopsie, I did the things. No. It took effort. To do what you did to Jack's films took effort. It wasn't just an oopsie. I think it's very clear now how little YouTube actually cares about the safety of their creators. What happened recently is a very clear-cut example of favoritism. We had hints of it before with what happened to Corey Kenshin, with what happened to Actman. Even Markiplier called it out. Like, if the people at the very top are against you, people like Mark, you know you fucked up. I don't understand how this is so difficult for YouTube. It doesn't matter what way you slice this. It doesn't matter what angle you look at it from. It doesn't matter how you view it. What SSSniperWolf did is wrong. She should be, in all fairness, deplatformed. But YouTube will never do that, because she rakes in too much money. And you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this apology is sincere, and maybe she is about to talk to Jack's films. But given the history we know about SSSniperWolf, I highly doubt it. Other people have documented her past a lot better, and I'm not going to delve into it, but I highly advise anyone to look around on YouTube. There's plenty of people who have talked about it and who have documented it with all sorts of receipts, but Yeah, I highly doubt it. For everyone's sake, part of me does hope that maybe they will talk it out. Maybe they will just discuss this. That would be nice. That would be nice. I could fucking shut up about this. But I doubt that's going to happen. With what we know, that's not the predictable outcome here. I'm done. I'm done. YouTube has their priorities so fucking backwards. All this fucking crusading against people who use ad blockers because they fucking force ads in our faces all the goddamn time to an irritating degree. And then they have the fucking gall to do this right in the middle of their crusade against people using ad blockers, even though hardly anyone even does. The few people who use ad blockers are fucking Satan in their eyes. And then this happens, and you think it would be a very clear-cut case for them. A very easy way for them to win back people's good faith. And they somehow mess this up in the most comical way imaginable. And by the way, the reason I've made 2 videos about this so far is because I just want to show you guys. I want to show everyone here so they can see for themselves. YouTube doesn't give a fuck about any of you. This is so obvious when you break it down like this. This situation is a perfect example. And this isn't the only time it has happened. Favoritism on YouTube is so goddamn crazy. And to be honest, at some point, if another platform takes off, I'm moving there. I'm about ready to give up with YouTube. If shit doesn't change real fucking quick, I am gone. I don't know where I'll go. I'll have to figure that out. But at some point, I am moving away from this godforsaken hellhole. But that's it for now. I just wanted to show this because this is like the perfect example of YouTube's bullshit. And I want everyone here to see this and take notes. And this is why all of us collectively need to move the fuck away from YouTube and find other places to go. As much as people like to make fun of TikTok, as bad as shit is on TikTok, we need to be looking for other platforms. I don't know. I may not move to TikTok. I might not. I'm just not the biggest fan of short form content. I don't know if I'll move to Rumble. I don't know where the fuck I'm gonna go. But at some point, I'm moving away. Taking my videos and I'm just leaving. Whenever I find a place, whenever I find a platform, I am out of here. But yeah, that's it for now. And yeah, fuck SSSniperWolf and fuck YouTube.